it's Alyssa here, and welcome to session 2 of our Grace and Strength Restoration Program. Today's theme is Why You Matter. Have you ever wondered, in the larger scheme of things, why you matter? God made each and one of us and molded us in our mother's womb. He breathed life into us and gave us purpose. So in today's class, as we're moving and breathing, I want you to really focus on your breath. If all you do in today's class is just simply breathe, then that's enough. You will need a bolster for today's class, but if you don't have one, a pillow is just perfectly fine. Let's begin. Let us start off today's practice with some gentle breathing. Sitting up nice and tall in a comfortable seated position. If you want to sit on a cushion, you can do so. Relaxing our shoulders down, choosing whatever feels best for you today. Placing one hand on our heart and one hand on our belly. Just noticing the pattern of our breath. Finding what rhythm suits yourself. I want to invite you to maybe slow down your breath a little. You can choose to close your eyes or keep them open. Notice if your belly rises on each inhalation. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. As we bring our awareness to our breath, let us take time to be grateful that God has gifted us with the breath. In the Bible, in the book of Genesis, it says that the Lord God formed the man of dust from the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And the man became a living creature. Sometimes we forget that it is a simple action of breathing that keeps us alive. Yet each day we go by rarely ever even giving it any attention. Take this time to notice, becoming aware, and becoming more grateful for the breath of life. Our breath is so powerful. God breathed life into us. Continue to breathe naturally as we experience the power of this small motion our body does day in and day out to keep us alive every moment. Start to relax your facial muscles. Often trauma can cause our vagus nerve, which controls the mind-body connection, to not function at optimal level. To help improve our state of mind, it is important to stimulate this nerve. The interesting thing is that our vagus nerve runs from the abdominal organs, heart, lungs to the throat, and therefore one of the best ways to stimulate it is through our breath. Long exhales. So see if you can lengthen out your exhale even more. Be in awe of the breath of life. Now we'll be moving on to our alternate nostril breathing. We naturally don't breathe equally through both of our nostrils. One nostril is usually more dominant, so this helps to create some balance. This type of breath also helps to enhance our focus, helps activate the mind and calm the body. Therefore, it is a great way to prepare our minds for meditation. Let's start off with our right hand up. Pressing our right thumb down onto the right nostril to close off the right side. Now let's inhale through our left nostril. Then press our third and fourth finger down to close off the left nostril and release our thumb. Now exhale. Repeat that again, closing off our right nostril with our thumb and inhale through our left nostril. Third and fourth finger closes off the left nostril now and release our thumb as we exhale. Let's do that 3 more times together. Inhale and exhale. Deep inhalation, long exhales. One more time, inhale and exhale it all out. Now let's swap to the other side. Let's use our left hand this time. Left thumb holds down the left nostril as we inhale. Third and fourth finger holds down the right nostril and release the thumb as we exhale. 3 more rounds of breath here. Now slowly releasing and bringing our hands to rest on our knees, sitting up nice and tall. Let's start with some gentle neck stretches, bringing our right ear down towards our right shoulder. Feeling the left side of our neck gently stretching. Let us consciously relax our facial muscles as we stretch. Maybe even reach our left arm out to the left side and walk our fingers along the mat towards the left, coming deeper into the stretch. Coming back to our breath. With each breath, let us be reminded that this is a gift that God has given us. Now let's slowly come to the other side, bringing our left ear down towards our left shoulder. Notice where the tension is. Can you feel the tension releasing from the right side of your neck? Maybe if you want, you can reach your right arm out to the right side, walking our fingers along the mat. See if that feels good. Now let's reset. Coming back to center. Now let's dip our chin down towards our heart center, feeling a gentle stretch at the back of our neck. If you want, you can even tilt your head left and right slightly, just noticing and becoming aware of which parts of your neck is holding onto tension. Now slowly come back to center. Let's tilt our head up towards the sky this time. Bring our chin up. And maybe if you want, you can tilt it side to side like you're drawing a rainbow with your chin. Stretching out the front of our neck. Now let's slowly come back to center. We're going to now start to sync a breath to our movement. We're going to sweep our arms overhead as we inhale, bringing our gaze between our hands and bring our hands to touch. As we exhale, draw our hands to heart center. A few more rounds here as we let the rhythm of our breath lead our movement. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. And again. Repeating at your own pace with long exhales. Breathing in these words. The Spirit of God has made me. The breath of the Almighty gives me life. Now slowly release and let us come into a kneeling position. We'll be doing a seated cat-cow to bring some movement into our spine. In this pose, there's two specific movements that we will be working on, the upper body and the lower body. Let us start off with the lower body, tilting our tailbone up towards the sky. This should create a small arch in our lower back. Then tilt our tailbone down towards our heels. This should flatten out our lower back and automatically engage our abdominal muscles. Try flowing through these two motions with our breath. Inhaling, tilting our tailbone up. Exhaling, tucking the tailbone in. Inhale, tilt up. Exhale, draw down towards our heels. Finding our rhythm and just following our own breath. Now let us move on to working our upper body. Pressing our heart forward and rolling our shoulder blades back on the inhale. And then as we exhale, round our back, lengthen our arms and tuck our chin in. Again, inhale, chest forward, shoulder blades rolled back. Exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the chin in. Let us start to flow between these two motions with our breath. Now let us put together the upper body and lower body motions, flowing between our seated cat-cow poses. Inhaling, pressing our chest forward together, shoulder blades roll back and tilt the tailbone up towards the sky. Gently creating that arch in our lower back. Then exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin in slightly and draw the tailbone down towards our heels, flattening out our lower back. Again, syncing our breath to movement. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose, round the spine. Tuck the tailbone under. And continue for a few more times at your own pace. Now coming back to neutral, resting our hands on our knees comfortably. We'll be doing lion pose next. This pose helps relieve tension in the face and also improves circulation of the blood to the face. First, we'll open up our mouth as wide as we can as if we're about to yawn. Then we'll stick our tongue out as far forward as we can. And slowly release. Let's try that again together. Open up our mouth as wide as we can and stick our tongue out. And slowly release from the pose. Try this a few more times with me, just at your own pace. Noticing where you feel tension in your face. And slowly releasing. Now let us come to a wide knee child's pose. If you have a bolster or pillow, you can place it in front of you. Bringing our knees to the outside edge of the mat and bringing our big toes to touch. Now if you prefer not to use a bolster or pillow, you can just relax your arms out in front of you on the mat. Take whichever variation you prefer for today's practice. Remember, we have a blanket or rug next to us handy if you want to cover yourself with it comfortably. Bring our awareness back to our breath, slowing down the rhythm, listening to each inhale and each exhale. Now, after God created man and woman, He was pleased with His creation. We're not made like all other creation. We're made in God's image, the image of our all-powerful and all-loving Father in heaven. He gave us authority over His other creation. In Genesis it says, "And God blessed them, and God said to them, Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over every living thing that moves on the earth. We have been given the mandate to inhabit and steward the earth. We have an identity. We have significance. We are relational and self-aware beings because we are image bearers of God. If you have one side of your cheek resting on the bolster or pillow, this is a good time to turn to the other side. As you breathe, be filled with gratitude, knowing that every breath is a gift. Being able to be image bearers of God, being made in His likeness, is a blessing. We have purpose. Slowly coming back up, and let us finish off our practice with the reclining butterfly pose. Now you can just lie on the mat or lie on the bolster or pillow, aligning whatever you're resting on along your spine. Let us bend our knees and bring the soles of our feet to touch, allowing our hips to open up and our knees to sink out to the sides. You can place a blanket over yourself if you want. Let us bring both hands to our heart, and if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes with me. As our hands are on our heart center, start to feel the heartbeat. Notice how fast or how slow our heart beats. Notice how hard our heart works to keep us alive. No matter what happens, our heart is fighting to keep us alive. Day in, day out, it works hard. Let this heartbeat be a reminder that each day we live for a purpose, that we have an identity, that we have significance, and that we matter. And God breathed us into beings. Stay here for as long as you want, taking time to meditate on the gifts of life and the gifts of breath. If you're ready to come out of the practice, slowly roll back up and come up to a comfortable seated position, relaxing our shoulders down. You can keep your eyes closed or have them open. One more inhale as we sweep our arms overhead. Exhale, bringing our palms to touch and draw our hands to heart center. Slowly open up your eyes if you haven't already. May you experience peace, receive grace, be salt, and shine lights.